What if the most dangerous opponent you'll ever face is in your own mind? Today we're breaking down the Queen's Gambit, a story about genius, obsession, and the thin line between control and chaos. This isn't just about chess, this is about what it takes to win when you're fighting yourself. In a world where every move matters, a quiet girl discovers that the real game isn't on the board, it's in her head. Beth Harmon grows up in silence, an orphanage in Kentucky. Cold walls, strict routines, days that all feel the same. Nothing really stands out until one day something does. A chessboard. Down in the basement, the janitor shows her how the pieces move. Simple at first, just rules, just patterns. But for Beth, it clicks instantly. She doesn't just learn chess, she feels it. The board becomes more than a game. It's control, structure, a way to make sense of everything going on inside her. And soon, she's not even playing on the board anymore. She's playing on the ceiling. Lying in bed, staring up, she visualizes entire matches, move, counters, strategies, like it all happening in real time. That's when you realize she's different. But the brilliance comes with something else, the pills. Given to the kids to keep them calm. For Beth, they do more than that. They sharpen things, focus her mind, or at least that's what she thinks. And just like that, her journey begins, a mix of genius and addiction. Years later, Beth leaves the orphanage and steps into a new life, new home, new people, new expectations. But one thing doesn't change: chess. She starts entering small tournaments, nothing big, local players, and almost everyone underestimates her. Big mistake, Beth doesn't just win, she dominates. Her style is bold, aggressive, unpredictable. She doesn't wait for mistakes, she forces them, and little by little she starts building a name. But as she climbs, things get heavier. The pressure, the isolation, the habits she never really left behind. Winning feels good, but it's never enough. Now, here's what makes the show hit even harder. The Queen's Gambit is based on a novel by Walker Davis, and when Netflix adapted, director Scott Frank focuses on one thin detail. Everything feels intentional. The 50s and 60s setting, super clean, authentic without feeling forced, but the real standout, Beth's wardrobe. Early on, it's simple, quiet, almost invisible, but as she rises, her style evolves sharper, more confident, more precise. At one point, her outfit even starts to mirror chess patterns. Yeah, that's on purpose. Back to Beth. Local wins turn into national titles, then international tournaments. She travels, competes, adapts. Every country brings a new challenge, different styles, different mindsets. But Beth keeps pushing, and at her peak, she's unstoppable. But success has a cost. The loneliness gets louder, the pills turn into alcohol, and the control she once had starts sleeping. Now, it's not just about winning, it's about staying together. And this is where the acting really carries the show. Anya Taylor-Joy of Beth Harmon is just looped in. She doesn't overact, she doesn't need to. A look, a pause, the way she studies the board, you can feel everything going on in her head without her saying a word. She makes Beth feel real, not just a genius, but someone dealing with pressure, addiction, and identity. The supporting cast adds depth, friends, rivals, mentors, but everything always comes back to Beth, her game, her fight. And the music perfectly controlled. Carlos Rafael Rivera's score doesn't try to take over, it builds tension quietly. During matches, you feel every move, every risk, every shift in momentum. And sometimes the show just goes silent, because in chess, silence hits harder than noise. As Beth climbs higher, the competition gets tougher. Smarter players, bigger stages, higher stakes, and eventually she falls hard. Moments where it feels like everything is collapsing, where talent isn't enough, where her own mind becomes the biggest threat. But this is where things change. She starts to grow, to understand herself, to accept that maybe she doesn't have to do this alone. And then we reach the final stretch, the biggest stage, the toughest opponent. Everything on the line, but this time Beth is different, clearer, stronger, more present. Not perfect, but ready. She doesn't need the pills, she doesn't need to escape, she just needs to play. And in that final match, every move means something, not just strategy, identity. The Queen's Gambit isn't just about chess, it's about talent and what it can cost. lost. It's about fighting your own mind and learning how to win the battle, because in the end, the most important move you ever make is deciding who you want to be. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you the next one.